Okay, listen now. Listen. Listen up and listen close. You know what I mean? Like, you know, basically, I'm having these thoughts and these feelings of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, where you sit and you're like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I fear I might be. Just even just a smidge. Not true. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You know, the point is, who gives a single flying fuck, okay? Because, listen, I fucking did this thing where, like, I was like, oh my god, a commonplace book. Sounds so exciting. Where, like, it's just like a notebook. So, like, instead of, like, journaling, it's like a notebook that you just write anything and everything in. So, like, it had, like, my coursework notes, maybe some descriptions of like suicidal ideation. But it was not meant, like, maybe it was meant in the moment, but it definitely was not meant, you know, like, you know, there's a BPD diagnosis for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mean it, but like I did mean it, but like I absolutely didn't mean it, right? Okay, and like, I'm not even joking to you. With you, not even joking with you, I don't know the grammar for that. I'm not joking. Don't know who said that, but anyways, what did I just say? Oh yeah, the commonplace book. Like I did it because I was like, oh my god, that is so fun. Love it, this is so fun. And it, like, there's this place like called G&T, which is like, it's kind of like those shops that you get like on a random high street that just have like, for some reason, everything, and you can't tell if they're like a drug front or not, and you're like, okay, but like G&T isn't, and it's like just pensioners working there, and they're kind of nasty, but like they have anything and everything. And I looked at their notebooks and was like, ooh, these are weird, this is hilarious. Like, they're not even that funny. Like, there's one with like a dog with like a martini glass in his head, and it's like, party animal party animal. That's so funny, it's so funny. And then one of them was like a picture of a submarine, and it was like, you're sublime. Hilarious. I actually love that band. I know that's not the joke, but like, I like the band Sublime, so yeah, I'm buying it. And I did, and I filled that shit up in 2 months. God bless. Was loads of fun, except for the fact that the fucking first page is this like weird poem I wrote, like, and it isn't even like a poem, you know, and like you're just writing down your feelings, and you're like, I could be Dr. Seuss, and then you're like, actually, I think I might just be insane, right? It was one of those kind of things. And I fucking wrote down this thing, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know, like, what it, like, oh, bro, basically, like, it kind of describes like the actual shit that happens during like a BPD episode. And listen, I have opinions about clinical and colloquial language surrounding BPD specifically, where it's like, I'm having a BPD episode. That is not correct, because BPD is not an episodic disorder, it is a personality disorder. If you want to talk about like episodes, bro, that's like bipolar type shit. Like but it's like a case of like, there isn't really a better word. It's kind of like, it's colloquially associated to BPD. Like, the word episode is colloquially associated to BPD because there is no better word. So it's like, for a lack of a better word, episode. So in this case, I'm going to say, for a lack of a better word, episode, BPD episode, whatever, right? It like, you can like, it's like almost like describing like, why is my fringe like that? Okay, but it's like, when you have like an episode, it's like all consuming, Numb, the complete opposite. So like it'll be like, oh my god, I want to kill myself, I hate everything and everyone and nothing has ever gone right for me, oh my god, I feel nothing now, what the fuck. And then 2 minutes later, oh my god, I love life, actually I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, like I'm actually just going insane, like I didn't even mean it, right? And it was like this thing of like, I don't know if I prefer, let me fucking go get it, because like it's actually like, it's not like even, oh my god, there was like a backy pouch like attached to that, that's something crazy. This is the book. You're sublime, thank you. Where it's like, that handwriting though, not my best. Where it's like, I'm not sure what, okay, this is actually humiliating. So maybe we'll just pick and choose. Basically, it's me expressing like, I don't know if I prefer clarity or numbness. Like one side, this is the thing that was funny about this and like perfectly like encapsulated my personal experience with being BPD, because it was like, on one side it feels like I have awoken from a matrix like dream where I am suddenly conscious and I'm hyper aware of every action I've ever made, and on the other there is nothing, like not a feeling, not a world to live in, just darkness and decay. I could choose numbness. I would choose numbness any day. It's better than knowing that hurt and pain I have caused as a means to prevent my own. It's selfish and immature, but I can't help but succumb to the urges. The urges control me and I cannot live without them. I'm addicted to them, right? I was literally like not even like being emo, right? I'm addicted to my own pain and suffering, even when it drives me insane. I can't take it anymore though. The clarity is hit too hard. It's time to put an end to it once and for all. That sounds like I'm gonna kill myself, but I'm not even joking. 1 or 2 minutes after I wrote that down on this piece of paper here on this day, I laughed out loud and wrote blue pill, red pill, I'm taking them all, because I was like, oh my god, that is so funny, because I made a joke about the Matrix earlier, and now I'm thinking about it, I actually didn't even make a joke about the Matrix. I was like, it's like a Matrix like dream, and I was like, blue pill, red pill. I'm hilarious. No, actually, you sound crazy. You sound insane. Because it's like, what are you actually talking about here on this day? What even day was this, mate? The 8th of October. Are you good? Are you okay? But then it's like, also, why have I tried to draw what looks like a Rick and Morty version of Patrick Star? Who knows? Who knows how that happened, why that happened, on what, obviously we know what day it happened, but like, what the fuck, right? And it's like the kind of thing where it's like, do I agree with myself or do I disagree? I don't know. I'm like a massive hypocrite. So maybe, and I'm also like fickle with my own opinions. Like maybe right now I'm gonna sit here and say, do I agree with that? I prefer the numbness to the clarity. No, I actually think that's like the cringiest thing I could have ever written in my life. Like ever. But like in the same breath, preach girl, me too. And that's the Me Too movement. No, it's not. You're not allowed to make a joke like that, but it's actually just a joke from Big Mouth. Do you know what I mean? So like it is just like, it's not even my joke. So hashtag, you don't know, hey, thank you very much. But like, bro, like it's the kind of thing as well that's like actually kind of insane, because why do I not actually agree or disagree with myself, like to the point where it's like, you know that fucking like Taylor Swift lyric where it's like, a friend to all is a friend to none? Yeah, I'm kind of like that with my own opinions. I both agree and disagree with my own opinion. It just depends what mood you find me in, like. And it's also like, you know what's crazy, right? My actual like genuine, like it feels like I have like some heart to heart, like not even in like a psychosis way, like a heart to heart connection with like fucking Bo Burnham, like, and I don't know where that came from. Maybe like the severe depressive episode I was in when I was like 14 in lockdown. But like, listen, yeah, the second Inside came out, I watched it on repeat and cried every single second. I was crying because, you know what, there was something about, and it's gonna sound so ridiculous, how the world works that really like was like, oh fuck me, that's funny. Because it was like, you know, you had to be like the birds and the bees and, you know, squirrels and everyone in the ecosystem, you know, all the animals in the ecosystem and the plants and shit. That's how the world works. And then you had fucking soccer going, genocide, you know, crazy, hilarious, true, you know. And it was like really weird because like it genuinely feels like when I'm happy and in a good mood, I am buzzing the bees. Maybe I'm even curious about buying Burt's Bees lip balm. All of a sudden, you know what? Maybe I am ready to expand my horizons and change from Aquaphor to Burt's Bees. And if I'm in a bad fucking mood, oh my god, why do I literally sound like a very dumb 13-year-old who has no idea how to even read the words in the Communist Manifesto, communist who doesn't actually even remotely even understand any of the words that they are saying? Like, why do I sound like an absolute imbecile? Like, I'm like, no, actually, you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like fucking Jaden Smith. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? Happy me? No, I don't care. Right now, I don't care. I'm happy. Let me be happy. And when I'm sad, I'm like, everything is bad. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And simultaneously, both of those people are humiliating, but then you add like my ADHD and autism into the mix, and it's like all of a sudden you have this like, oh my god, I'm a very colorful person. Very colorful, very interesting, very fun. But like in the same breath, I am the least interesting person there is in this world. I fear. You could actually talk to a random person on the street and you'd probably find something more interesting to talk about because the only thing that would come out of my mouth is, I don't know. Sorry. Like, bro, like I have this fucking podcast with my uni called Utter Autism, which is a joke about autism speaks, because like speak synonym, you can utter it and then like utter, like, oh my god, utter autism, you know what I mean? So like it was hilarious when my dad came up with that. I did not come up with that, but I will take credit for it any given chance. But basically, like, what about it was I even gonna say? I don't know. I feel like, you know what it feels like? I feel like my existence in itself is a paradox of like where it's like I wholeheartedly believe one thing while simultaneously wholeheartedly believing the other thing, and it literally is like a game of fucking hopscotch where it's like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's just like it just depends what foot I'm on, unfortunately, for a lot of my opinions. But like, what was I gonna even say about the podcasting? Because like now I feel like I've brought it up and I'm like humiliated by the idea of the fact that I just said that, and like I do not know where I was gonna go with that. Anyways, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know. I literally don't. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like in my entirety, I am all one thing while simultaneously being entirely the other thing. Like I am probably one of the dumbest people some people have probably met. Like they probably look at me and think, you must be actually dumb. Like thick in your fucking brain. Like where are the brain cells coming from? Where have you made these really weird connections from? Like what the fuck are you even talking about? And also, how are you that stupid? While simultaneously, if you ask me a question about the way the chemicals in your brain work that make it so that autistic people can't read normal social cues, and like what part of the brain that has to do with, and like how the dopamine system works in people with ADHD, and how specifically amphetamines work, and how methylphenidate hydrochloride work in ADHD brains versus neurotypical brains, I know the answer to that question. If you ask me how the fuck clouds work, I don't know. Why is one cloud grayer than the other? I don't know. And the only thing that's ever worked for me to do with like my BPD stuff, and this sounds fucking insane because, you know, it's so embarrassing to admit, I'm never going to be one of those people that's like, I'm going to dunk my face in a ice bowl to like stop yourself from going into like an episode. But I will not do that because I have really bad eczema, and so that's just going to make me feel fucking awful. My face goes like it's like SpongeBob when he like goes to like Sandy's place, you know what I mean? Like it's not it's not great. So like, I'm not doing that. But like, what I will do is have my boyfriend be like, and it's ironic because like I was really emo and I was like, oh my god, nothing is great in the world. And he's like, you know what it is? Like, genuinely, you can make a cake on your own and not sift the flour, and you still are gonna make a cake. He's like, I'm like a sieve. Like, we're gonna sift the flour, you know, like think about the feelings you're feeling and like sift the flour so you can get a better cake rather than a cake you're gonna eat and then all of a sudden have like a fucking ball of flour in your mouth and be like, you know what I mean? And it was brilliant. And it was like, oh my god, bake a cake. And then the next time I was having like some fucking extreme breakdown, he was like, baby, let's bake a cake. And I was like, no! Because like, when I'm bad, babe. No idea that you say is gonna be good. The only idea I will agree with is like Kurt Cobaining myself, but maybe not with the same technique. You know, like that, no other idea makes sense in that moment, right? But maybe that's where the ice would come in. But I don't want to do that. I really wouldn't want to do that. Maybe I would. No, I really wouldn't. Maybe. But I like drinking ice. Like, I like it in my drinks. Like, why am I going to waste ice on my face? Like, because, like, I don't know. But basically what I'm trying to say here is absolutely nothing, while also trying to simultaneously say something. But I also literally have no idea what the fuck I started off saying and how I've come to here. But all I need to remember is I actually need to buy more face toner shit. This shit, to be specific. Miracle. Wait, what the fuck? Miracle toner. Is it a miracle? Not really. But I bought it when I had bad acne. It wasn't bad, it was mild. But like, I bought it when I had bad acne, and then it didn't help. But that's because I was like coming off birth control, so like nothing would really help. And now it's like and I only use it when I put my makeup on. I don't use it at night because at night I use Acnicide. Yeah, I use benzoyl peroxide. But you know what? I would rather, you know, this is the note I'm ending this on. I would rather use the pull-out method than get fucking acne again, because that was hell on fucking earth. And also I was insane. Like, I was insane in a way that is not normal to be insane. Like, it almost felt like the second I came off birth control, I was like, maybe I don't have BPD, and actually like it was just the birth control, really, like those hormones getting to my brain and being like, no, I was wrong. I was wrong about that one, unfortunately. Maybe fortunately, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna go smoke my cigarette.